Hi everyone. Welcome to Lunch with Laura. A little bit late today due to a little kink in the video, but I figured it out, so now we're on. And it's December 1st. I'm wearing my ugly sweater today and jingle bells, getting ready in the holiday spirit, and I hope you are too. I don't have a holiday or Christmas card for you today, but I do have something that I think you're going to like. It's this beautiful card, and at Stampin' Up, we are about getting the word out to people and letting them enjoy stamp, ink, and paper. It can be as fancy as you want or as simple as you want. And in this card, I'm using SIP, stamp, ink, paper. I do have some dimensionals here, but there are no layers, there's nothing cut out. It's just a very simple greeting card. I'm going to be using True Beauty in the annual catalog. It is $24 and you get 11 stamps. The ink I'm using is Polished Pink and Garden Green. The cardstock is our thick cardstock, and I wanted to show you where that was in the catalog in case you missed it. It's on page 140, and the title is Wrap It Up, and it has basic cardstock in our basic white and very vanilla. We have our 8.5 by 11 cardstock with 40 sheets, and it is $10.25. And we have the thick cardstock that's $8.75, and it has 24 sheets. That's the same amount as in the colored cardstock. So I don't use this for all greeting cards when I'm using white. However, because there are no layers or anything, I wanted this to really stand out. And I have cut it at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to take my bone folder to get a nice edge on that. And I'm going to open up my inks. We're going to use a different flower, and I'm going to do it portrait instead of landscape. The one that I did before was landscape. So let's see how different we can make it look. I'm using a different flower here, and I'm going to start in this corner. And I'm going to do 3 flowers. I didn't know this until an artist friend of mine told me that you need to have like flowers or anything you're putting on your card, embellishments, things like that, in like 3, 5, an odd number. Okay, the flowers, are stamped, and I'm closing up the green. And let me get out the leaves here. And I'm just going to place those right there. I'm going to check and make sure that they're inked up well. Okay. And I'm going to put some leaves there. One here that'll be hanging off the page. And let's see, we need something up here. And maybe right here. Okay. Now I'm going to use my sentiment. And this card is really for friends, loved ones, family. It can be for anybody really, but it's not a specific thing. It has just because, here for you always, with love, you are a true friend. And I'm going to use the sentiment that says, here for you always. Now you could stamp this right here in the middle, and I'll show you how that looks. Let's do it in the green. And I'm going to make sure that everything's covered. All the letters are covered with ink. And I'm just going to put this right here in the middle of your page. Okay, middle of the card. So that's what it looks like if you don't pop it up. Now let's go back and look at the two. I'm going to show you how to do this because it's so simple. And we'll just put it right on top of that. So I'm going to stamp it again. And I'm going to take my paper trimmers and I'm going to cut it down a little bit. You can use your paper trimmer if you want to. Sometimes I just freehand things and it comes out fine. And I'm going to make a little slanted cut, and that can go right on top of there. Now what I did that made this stand out a little bit more and almost look like it's on top of a layer is I took my cutout and I just gently rubbed it on the edges. Can you see that? Just to get a little bit of ink and dress it up just a little. Okay, so now I'm going to get my dimensionals and let's see. I'm going to use one big one. I didn't grab my little one, so I'm just going to use one big one and I'm just going to put it right there. So you'll have to let me know which one you like the best. So anyway, that is using two different flowers, but basically just stamping, randomly stamping the leaves. And all you have used is your paper, your ink, and your stamps. And you too can make easy, fast greeting cards. So I hope you liked the simple card today. I am not a simple stamper at heart. I am what's considered an avid stamper because I like to add lots of embellishments and layers and all sorts of things. But as you can see, you can have beautiful cards just by themselves without all the embellishment layers things. Okay, until next week, come back. Lunch with Laura on Thursdays at 12 noon Central Time, or maybe we're Central Standard now, I'm not sure. But anyway, enjoyed being with you. Early Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Thanks for coming. Love you.